What's up, family? We here to Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. Today we're exploring a lot of things. I got my man. You know I got him. I'm Robin. He's Batman. I mean, sometimes I'm Batman. He's Robin. It doesn't matter, man. We got DJ Walk in the building. Today we're going to talk about secrets that married men hold that they never tell their spouses. Ooh, we going there today. Let's go.
Welcome to the Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast with your host, Dr. Myron Edmonds.
Yeah, we here.
Yeah. You
Talk
see, I
to
got
me.
my You see, I got my shades on today, so you can't see me looking at the camera. So now you really can't. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if I'm looking at myself. You don't know if I'm looking at the camera. You really don't know. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. You can't hate on me that easily now. So I got my shades on. You don't know what I'm looking at, baby. I'm in my Deion Sanders Coach Prime vibe. You know what I'm saying? You can't see me. You don't know what I'm looking at, man. But
This podcast, the Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast, welcome today, is being sponsored by Man E Men's Health Supplement. Man E Men's Health Supplement. Shout out to Dr. Quinta Cancel, the purveyor, the creator, the innovator behind this all-natural supplement. Fellas, if you're tired of coming up short in the bedroom with your wife, fellas, if you're tired of feeling tired, don't got that juice like you feel like you need to get in the gym and finish that workout, fellas, if you're lacking energy, if you got brain fog, fellas, if you need a natural boost to your testosterone, we got you. You need to go ahead to the website right now, www.naturaleman.com. Completely natural. It has everything you need in there to boost your testosterone. Naturally is made by a board-certified urologist. He's a part of our community. Look, Jason clearly has been taking Natural E-Man. Look at him. Clearly. Look at the way that man is pumping that iron. Pause. Now, what you got a 20 in there. Listen, fellas, if you want this supplement, go to the website right now, www.naturaleman.com, coupon code CIRCLE. If you put the code CIRCLE in there for the winning circle, guess what? You get 10% off. Go ahead one more time. Man E Natural Health Supplement. The website is www.naturaleman.com. Go ahead, grab yours now. Yo, man, listen. You came in here today stunting already because I know you got a new laptop. I knew you got some new equipment, so you know I was gonna come for you because I knew you was gonna be looking at yourself. But you was wise this time and you came in here with the shades. Oh man. Listen, everybody, welcome to the Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Myron Edmonds, and I got my man with me. Why are you taking the shades off?
man,
DJ Walk, Jason Walker. I mean, he's the most interesting man in the world. That's who he is. Oh man, listen, do us a favor right now. Subscribe to our podcast by going to YouTube. That's where we really want you.
yeah.
Help us get our YouTube numbers up, y'all. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Myron Edmonds. And when you go to that page, our podcast is right there. That's where you get all the good stuff. Jason, listen,
What's
brother,
up,
man,
what's
let's
up?
go and get in this thing today, man.
Yes,
Talk to me.
sir.
Talk to me,
Yes,
man. And
sir.
by the way, man, I don't know if this is working out. I done got a few fancy things, but man, listen, let's just give Jason a round of applause, man, for coming in here and not looking at himself in the mirror.
It kind of worked.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm actually feeling that, man. I might have to go put some shades on myself. That's celebrity status. You just start wearing shades in the middle of the day for no reason.
Right.
Why do they do that, though? Do you know why? Why do they just wear? Come on, help me out. Why do they just wear shades all the time? Is it a look?
Sometimes it'd be to kind of like, hide their personality. I don't know why people think if you wear sunglasses, people won't know who you are from everything else that's on your body and your body type, your height, your weight, all that stuff. It really does not work. But I don't know, man. I really just put these on because I knew you was gonna hate on me looking at the camera. So, as I do my man laws and stuff, and I be catching myself, man, because as I do my man laws and stuff, I be looking around and all this other stuff, and it just be looking crazy. So let me put the shades on so I can get the real good delivery.
This is actually a pretty smart move. It's actually pretty smart, especially for you, because your eyes be all over the place, man.
All over the place.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead, man. The man laws, man. The floor is yours. Listen, this segment, I really look forward to this segment, y'all, because the brother just breaks down very controversial. I would say they're very controversial, what he called man laws. So go ahead, man. What you got today?
Man law for today. This is a good one. As a lot of you may know, I live in Cleveland, Ohio, right? So in Cleveland, Ohio, it's winter time. It's winter time. So your skin gets a little brittle, cracked up, so you gotta moisturize, right? You gotta moisturize. As you can see, I got a little ash right now. Well, I don't know. I think I'm all right, but you gotta moisturize. You have to moisturize to keep your skin in good shape, right? Mm-hmm. So I know, brothers. I know sometimes we are in a rush, right? And that's okay. But here's the thing, right? When you moisturize, you have to get the right moisturizer. I think, when was it? This weekend I ran into a brother. I gave him a dap real quick. And brothers, we get a dap in little half hugs. You know what I'm saying? So as he half hugged me, I caught a whiff. And I was like, this dude smells like apples. Cherry blossom. I was
where's this going? Where's this going?
This sounds a little, this smells a little, fruity, if I could have, for lack of a better word. So fellas, I know sometimes a lady leaves her Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret lotions and stuff in the bathroom, and you be just running like, hey man, let me just slap this on. It happens to me sometimes too. Well, no, it don't happen to me because it never happens to me. Okay.
Oh, he put on his girl's lotion.
So we got to be aware, man. You can't just throw that stuff on, man. You out there trying to represent your masculinity, man. You can't just throw on your girl's lotion if you're in a rush and stuff like that. Get you some. See, as a black man, we always go to the cocoa butter. The cocoa butter with
shea butter. I'm on that shea butter right now. You look at my skin; it's glowing, bro.
This guy go, man.
I'm saying, no, look. I've been using that cocoa butter, man. The shea butter. Shea, man. That's shea. That stuff straight from Africa, bro. Man.
Shea butter
and Jay, butter. Real talk though, this is what I thought you was gonna say, but instead you trying to shade this guy for putting on some. But there's a lot of guys out there, and my wife don't like this because they, certain extremities are not seen, such as their feet and so forth. These guys never put lotion on their body parts except the parts that is exposed. Now I must admit to you, I used to be that guy. I used to only lotion my face and my hands because it was the stuff that was seen. But man, I started noticing that my feet, man, was starting to get a little. It was looking like, man, I was playing in some flour or something, bro.
Right.
And it just looked bad, man. When you put some slides on and you on the cruise ship, you can't always have socks on, when you're on the cruise ship because you're getting in and out of the pool. I know your man lost. See, I caught you there. I got you. I know you're lying. But man, I saw this cat yesterday, and I guess he was just making a quick run to the grocery store just to make your point. And man, this dude just, he has some slides on. I get it. Sometimes, you gotta run. You got the last minute. This brother's heels, bro. Tim joints was dry as the heels of your boa, man. Good Lord. And I'm saying he would have been better off if he'd have put on that stuff from Bed Bath and Beyond from his wife.
You can't do that. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. Even if it is the last lotion in the house.
You can't put it on?
Go without. Go to CVS. Grab your little thing of Vaseline. Little thing of cocoa butter. Throw it on.
Well, what if you don't have none of that? That's what I'm saying. If a man is putting that on, he's putting it on most likely because he's exhausted all of his options. He can't just be. Right. I mean, come on now. You've been a little hard, don't you think?
Go without. Go without. Go without.
Why? Now let me just
go without.
You haven't really told us why. You just saying a man shouldn't smell like that.
Yeah, it's not given. And I'm not a toxic masculinity guy, right?
Yes, you are. Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
But you don't want to be out there smelling like cherry blossom. You know what I'm saying? What is that saying? I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be a man that smell like cherry blossom, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be dapping brothers up and you smelling like cherry blossom and apple butter. If I go to the Get Your Shift Together conference, and you brothers are smelling like cherry blossom, sweet pear, apple butter.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little conversation, man.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm telling you that I will. You might look down upon me, man, but there have been some times, man, I'm looking around.
I know. See, here's one thing that y'all don't know about Dr. Myron
Edmonds. We need to go on to the sports and culture because you're going too far now.
He be riding that little metro wave, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, boy, this guy.
You say about getting his feet done. You said the brother get his feet done. He get pedicures.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen. That's self-care that every brother needs to do, man. Got to take care of your feet, man. Some of you brothers out there, you're cutting your wives in bed, man. Your toenails, man. You're slicing them up. They got lacerations on their legs, bro. You gotta get that together, man. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. He said he always wears socks to bed, and I was like, I wonder why he does that. Maybe he's not confident in his feet. There's nothing wrong with being a brother and taking care of your feet, man. Another thing I started doing before we go to sports and culture. Hey, Jay, I'll be taking baths, man. I'll be taking baths now, man.
This is what I be talking about, man. Listen. You are a man. You are a man law walking violation, man. You be having your feet up, the bubbles all around you. You have a little rubber ducky in the bathtub with you.
No, I don't got no rubber ducky in there. But I do. Let me tell you what I've been doing. Let me tell you why. I've been exfoliating. Boy, trying to get the skin right. So I get the sugar scrubs, the salt scrubs.
Yeah.
Putting it on my head. And here's why. And I want to recommend this to every brother out here, man. Brother, you need to do something during the week. That's a self-care thing, man. Like, and for whatever reason, man, I've been getting into these baths, bro. And what I do is I go in the bath, I put some music on, I turn on the word. Seriously, I ain't lying. I turn the word on. And I take like 30-minute baths, and I just be meditating. I just try to calm down, get my mind. And the other thing is I take my iPad with me and I write down because it's normally early in the morning, I write down plans for the day and I just sit down and I'm getting my shift together, man. And here you are.
This guy.
So prejudiced, man. This guy. Anyway, sports and culture. We watched the Super Bowl, and of course the Eagles came out. They didn't just pull it out, man. Awesome. They destroyed them.
Destroyed them boys.
I mean, and you know what I noticed? Can I tell you what I noticed? And I know we're going to talk about Kendrick Lamar a little bit. Right. Here's what I noticed, and I think every brother, maybe you noticed this, or at least you noticed it in sports, especially in the NFL. When Patrick Mahomes wins, when his team wins, there's a different narrative that's painted. Narrative is, and Patrick Mahomes basically saved the day, played great, and blah blah blah. When Jalen Hurts wins, it's like, man, it was a great team effort, man. Look. Jalen Hurts has outplayed Patrick Mahomes in both of these Super Bowls. In both of them. Patrick Mahomes played like trash. For whatever reason, I'm not sure what it is because I know both of them are black quarterbacks. But for whatever reason, man, they kind of got, Jalen Hurts in this box, man, where they won't let this man be great and celebrate his greatness, how he carries himself. Man, this guy's a stand-up guy. Come on, man. He surrounds himself with all of these black women that he's empowered, his agent, his attorney. I mean, he's made a statement there, bro. I mean, he carries himself, man, with character. That's what he's all about, character. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but they got a little. He's always dropping these like gems, these quotes, man, that's super quotable and tweetable. I'm like, he's everything that you would want in a quarterback, but for whatever reason, man, they just won't give this man his props. Man, they talked about the team. He was the MVP of the Super Bowl. But I mean, I just want to. I hate the Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan. But I'm gonna pause here right now and give this man some love. Jalen Hurts, you're a stand-up dude. Jalen Hurts, you represent us well. You represent the league well. You represent black men well. And he even got the OG look, walking around with Kangos, man, looking like my uncle, man, from back in the 80s. I'm impressed with this kid. And he balled out, but they're not giving this man his props. How about you? What you get out of the game?
I mean, I'm right on target with you. I was really happy to see the Super Bowl with two black quarterbacks. I know Patrick Mahomes is a little black light. You know, he's the Diet Coke of blackness. It was a bad day for light skinned brothers all the way around. But anyway,
Jalen Hurts is light skinned, man. He's light skinned, man.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
He's a little bit more on the darker side.
He is not, man.
Anyway, I was glad to see 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl representing black culture, you know. But I agree right with you, man. When Hurts wins, it's all about the team. When a team win. But it seems like, man, when Mahomes win, he's like Superman. He kind of got that little bit of that Tom Brady effect a little bit.
He does, definitely.
But you know, I'm very glad to see Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley get that ring, man, because that meant a lot, man. That meant a lot.
Good dudes,
Philadelphia has a crazy fan base, you know.
Fan base is crazy.
It's really good, man, to see them come out with that win. You know, anybody in the NFC that wins, I'm happy for, because if my Denver Broncos don't go to the Super Bowl, I don't want nobody out the AFC to win. Especially
you definitely should be rooting for the Chiefs. That's real.
Especially the Chiefs.
She's a big Broncos fan. She hates the Chiefs. I mean, hates them.
Oh, good.
The holy passion.
Our stepping stool, man. I don't know what happened to change the narrative, but whatever.
Historically, y'all have dominated that, though. But most recently, bro. I mean,
last like 2 decades.
Y'all are coming. Y'all are coming, bro. Yo, tell me about. So I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm not a big hip hop head like you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big hip hop head like you are. I know some old school stuff, but I just wasn't into it. You are an aficionado. But I can't lie to you. Even as a novice, I was watching it. My mom was watching it. We was all watching it. And we could see that this was bigger than just a normal halftime show. There was some serious symbolism. There was some overt stuff that was being shared. And, you know, with the president being there and just, you know, Uncle Sam, but Samuel Jackson. And then, you know, I've seen everybody on the internet is posting. Even my mom today texted me. She said, yo, I saw this on Facebook. They were decoding the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. Is this stuff true? And I was like, as far as I know, it is. But what are your thoughts, man, about Kendrick's performance? It's been polarizing. Some have said it was great. Some people were like, yo, it was one of the worst ones. That's what I'm hearing in the streets.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I think it was right on target. Man. He has a new album that hit the streets, GNX. Of course, he wants to hit all the songs off of there. Kendrick is a very layered artist. You have to understand how layered this brother is. He is very, very layered. He is an artist. I did not say he's a rapper. He is an artist.
I got you.
Do not forget, he is a Pulitzer Prize winner.
That's crazy.
He's also getting his doctorate. He's getting his doctorate too.
He what?
He's also getting his doctorate too.
Really?
Yes. So Kendrick Lamar is not your everyday run-of-the-mill artist.
Rapper.
And so what I have to say is, when you give an artist that stands for Black culture so much, when you give him that platform, it would be completely insane not to send a message about the things that he believes in and how deeply he feels about Black culture. Not only Black culture.
He wants to make a point. Yeah.
But West Coast culture as well. You know, the new album, I don't know if you heard it, but it's very heavily West Coast influenced.
Grand National, GNX. That's a tough ride. Iconic. Yes.
Very, very heavily West Coast influenced. Got to bring the beef in a little bit, right? So, of course, when you get into that rap beef with Drake and Kendrick, what did he do? He went straight to the culture. That's why he won, because he brought in West Coast culture. West Coast culture backed him. It was one of their own. You know, and so he had to put that on display at the Super Bowl, coupled with the messages about Black America. So I love the set personally because I'm a Kendrick fan. I love that he didn't have a lot of background vocals. He spit that straight out the mic. You know, he was breath control 100%. straight breath control, right off the mic, no background vocals, just went for it. Good memory, had all the lyrics down pat. And so it was a full display of artistry on every levels. And the thing about it is, man, I hate to say this about Black culture, but sometimes, man, we got to quit partying. Sometimes it's time out for partying.
Okay. You talking good now.
Party. Everybody's like, well, why did he perform his hits? Why did he perform the hits? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? It's a time and place for everything. If you want to see a party, then go to the concert.
Ooh, come on, Jay, you preaching.
But I got the biggest platform in media.
I'm not going to waste it.
I'm not going to waste making you feel good and party for sending a message to how I feel about Black culture. Hold on, man. I'm flowing right now, man. Somebody calling me, man.
You on something.
Trump hating on me right now. He calling me, right? You know what I'm saying? He got to slow me down. But
bro, that's serious.
I'm not going to waste this platform with this man in the stands right now. I'm not going to waste this opportunity to shine a light on Black culture.
That's good.
And to shine a light on how I feel.
Somebody need to go back and watch that now. Not you done made some folks want to go back and watch that now, Jay, because you're saying,
You want to party? The tour is coming.
GNX, yes, sir.
Honestly, we already partied. We partied at the pop out. We partied at the pop out concert in LA. We had a party.
We already had a party.
But now it's time to get down to business.
Good God, that's good.
And let America know. And to me, he went very light. He could have did the Black of the Berry. He could have did We Gonna Be All Right.
I felt so.
He could have did all that, but he had to make it palatable, right? So we love the new album. He did cuss off the new album. He sent the message to Black culture. He sent the message to America. Mission accomplished. And if you don't get that,
strong take.
And if you don't get that, I mean, it's not for you. You want a party. I don't want a party. If you give me the biggest media platform, I'm gonna send a message, and we could party later. But right now, it's time to get down to business.
Yo, bro, I have to tell you, man, I didn't think I wasn't thinking that heavy on it, but that's a very good point. Your thing is man, Black people always are pulling off the, let's because the majority of the people at the Super Bowl are wealthy people. Right. And then most of the time, most often they're not people of color, I should say.
Right.
And so he sees that moment and said, look, we can, what I'm saying, anybody can get up here and wow you, man, and give you a party feel. I'm coming to speak to your mind. I'm coming to speak to your conscience. I'm coming to wake up America. And when you said that, because a lot of people are hearing this and they don't realize, I got to put this in as we get ready to, get to our subject. I had to look up Pulitzer Prize, bro, because I've been hearing about that, and bro, this is heavy. It says the Pulitzer Prize, Kendrick Lamar won the Pulitzer Prize, by the way. So to Jay's point, he's not just any old rapper. He is an artist. He is an activist. He is he's a spokesman for black people and Black culture, 100%. He just does it with poetry. It says a Pulitzer Prize is one of the most prestigious awards in journalism, literature, and music composition in the United States, established in 1917 by the provisions in the will of a newspaper publisher, Joseph Pulitzer. The award recognizes excellence in categories such as investigative reporting, feature writing, editorial cartooning, fiction, drama, and poetry. And, of course, they're announced in April, but it says here some well-known Pulitzer Prize winners, just so you'll know the company that Kendrick Lamar is in: Toni Morrison, for her book Beloved in 1988, Colson Whitehead, The Underground Railroad, the Nickel Boys fiction, and then, of course, Damn, 2018, first rapper ever to win, Kendrick Lamar. Look, we got to clap it up for Kendrick Lamar right now. Let's clap it up for that brother.
Yeah, man. He's
out there representing.
He's not your everyday
speaking truth to power. Woo!
He's not your everyday rapper, man. He's an artist. He takes his artistry seriously, and in a time where he got the spotlight on him, he's not gonna waste it, man. He's not gonna waste it.
Bro, that's a word, bro. That is a word. How many of us, man, when our moment comes, right? The spotlight is on us, man. We sell out, man, in order to please people instead of being ourselves, and doing what we feel like we've been called to do, what our assignment is. Look, bro, he understood the assignment. He like, bro, and we know they don't get paid for these things. As far as I know, I understand they don't get paid for it. It's really about publicity. It could have been an opportunity for him to really push his brand, sing all the popular songs. In a way, you could almost suggest, because people came out of here so polarized on this joint. Some people say it was great. Some people say it sucked. You can say, man, Kendrick really sacrificed a lot to do what he did. It wasn't really even about him. What do you think about that? It wasn't about him. It was about the people, because he could have gone for self. And honestly, I'm glad that Lil Wayne was not the halftime show in the times that we're living in right now. We didn't need to hear from Lil Wayne. I don't care if it was in New Orleans or not. We needed to hear a word of justice. We need to hear a word of conscience. Everything happening in our country. Yo, bro, that's a powerful take, Jay. You ain't keep them glasses off, bro. When the glasses come off, when the glasses come off, you's a different dude. Hey, let me pause for a minute right now, man. Gotta pay some bills, man. So I just want to take a moment right now to just shout out, man, this amazing organization that we're a part of. And I say we're a part of it. I just don't lead it. I'm a part of it. It's called the Winning Circle. We have our annual conference every year. And our annual conference is coming up in the month of March. Listen, y'all don't want to miss
this conference.
You got to be there, man. It's not like a normal men's conference, man. Like, it's not like some of y'all may have like church references and stuff like that. It's not corny. It's not cheesy. It's not even church. It is an empowering, inspirational, networking, life-changing kind of event. And you need to register right away, because we only have 500 slots. Registration is filling up, and the price is actually going to go up to our late registration at the end of February. My recommendation to you is to register right now. Just going to drop this flyer on you real quick, man. We got some amazing folks, man, who are coming to speak. And but today, I want to take a moment to announce our most recent speaker to the lineup.
Oh man.
I'm ready. I don't got no drum roll, man. I'm trying to see if I got a drum roll in here, but I don't got no drum roll, man. I don't got no drum. I got to get a drum roll in my joint, bro. Somebody got to help me get a drum. I need to figure out how to program this joint, get a drum roll in here. But anyway, man, since I don't got no drum roll, man, I'm just gonna put some corny music on. Listen, man, we got somebody coming through, man, who is a friend of this community. Oh, yeah, that's corny, but it works. He's a friend of this community. He is a legend in his own right. He is a celebrity. He is a star. Listen, he's an NBA baller. He's a bona fide hooper. This guy gave Kobe Bryant fits and the Lakers fits. He was part of one of the most dynamic backcourt duos ever, alongside his ace, man, Stevie Francis. I'm happy to announce, man, after our conversation the other day, man, guess who's coming, man? Stevie Francis. Stevie Francis, his partner, Katina Mobley. Katina Mobley is coming to be he's gonna be one of the speakers at the conference. Oh man, y'all tripping. Come on, man. Come on, man. Katina Mobley. Speaking at the conference, man, this guy has an amazing platform. Catino, man, has great wisdom and insights. Man, well over 500, almost 500,000 followers on social media. Guy speaks wisdom about manhood. He speaks wisdom about parenting, especially as a single parent father. And man, he's coming to bring the thunder. I talked to him yesterday, man, and the dude was fired up already. He was telling me what he was going to talk about, Jay. Already, this man is fired up. He's ready to go. I mean, look, we already know who he is, man. He that dude, man. I want to shout him out, man. Shout out to you, Katina. You've been very supportive of our platform. You've come on anytime we've asked you to come on. We know that you're a busy dude. We know that you're a sought after dude. And the fact that you are going to be in the building, it's a long time coming, man. This brother been like, we knew he was coming, man. He had to, bro. We needed that man here. So, man, look, man, glad to see Katina Mobley going to be with us, man. What you think about that, bro? The conference is going to be fire. Listen, go to the website right now, winningcircleconference.com, and register. Ladies, register your men. Men, register yourselves. And you need to move quickly. Some of y'all on that black, CP time. And no, I'm not being stereotypical, because we know we do this stuff. Some of y'all thinking, yeah, the conference ain't yet. I'm going to register when the conference comes. It ain't like that. We got limited spots. and the spots are filling up. We got whole churches that are coming. And I'm telling you, you need to get your spot right now. Register right now by going to the website, www.winningcircleconference.com. And go ahead while it's $100. Listen, we got $100 discount that's going on right now off the registration. The price is going up at the end of February or when we hit our numbers, whichever comes first. I'm highly recommending that you do that right now. Anyway, conference is gonna be dope. Jason's gonna be in the building. He's gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in the building. People are gonna be in the building.
Real quick, for those who know, for those gamers out there, we know NBA Live. We used to get buckets with Catino Mobley. We used to get buckets on PS2 with Catino Mobley. With Francis. Oh, we used to get.
Oh man, you ain't lying. That's big facts, bro.
We used to get brothers that work in the dorm, boy, with the PS2. Woo! Used to go crazy with the Rockets.
I used to be on NBA Live, man. That's how old I am. I don't know if I had NBA Live back in the day.
Not 2K.
Oh, live. Oh, okay, 2K. Maybe you did say it. Maybe you said that. Yeah. All right, look, let's get into this thing today, man. Today we're going to talk about secrets of married men. Actually, let me fix that, man. Fix married men, not just married, but married men. Boom.
You need to put my little IG handle on there too, man.
You need your IG handle on there?
Yeah, man. Put that in there. Yeah. Run with DJ Walk.
You got to do that yourself. See, you should have done that. You should have seen that on the other end, man. Get yourself together, man. Hey, see, you was stressed about your camera, and then he's too busy trying to get his shades on. Right. Anyway, yo, man, I don't know how deep we gonna get into this. Well, so anyway, there's an article and some research that was done, Jay, on secret struggles. Let me actually fix that again. I want to fix that. Maybe you're right, man. I want to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Secret struggles. That's a big difference. Secret struggles of married men. All right. So I came across some stuff. It said there was 5 secret struggles of married men. These are battles that married men go through that married men rarely ever discuss. And I'm just going to say this even before I read the list. Like all of this stuff right here is facts. Honestly, probably every single one of these, I probably checked the box on each one. I'm going to read these joints and then let's just talk a little bit, Jay, about both of you and I are married. I've been married for 25 years. You've been married for how many years? You've been married now? You've been married 10? 8 years. So you almost said 10, boy. Well, you made it, boy. Boy, it was touch and go for a minute, boy, but you got past that year 7. They said year 7 be death for a lot of people, man.
Boy.
I know it was for me. Anyway, so based on the research, they're saying these are the 5 things that married men struggle with. I want y'all to hear this. They struggle in secret, meaning they don't talk to their spouse about it. A lot of times, some of them may talk to their boys, but research also saying that the loneliest man in the world is the married man. The loneliest man in the world. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The loneliest person in America is considered to be the married man. Yeesh, Lord have mercy. So here are the top 5 things that married men struggle with in secret. Number 1, emotional loneliness and a lack of deep connection. Married men feel emotionally disconnected even in their marriages. Don't feel seen, right? And afraid sometimes of being judged. Number 2, married men have silent financial pressure and fear of failure, no matter how successful they are. All right, the fear of not being enough financially can lead to feelings of inadequacy. I done felt that way. Number 3, hidden sexual temptation and unmet needs. Many married men struggle silently with sexual temptation. Been there, including pornography, past trauma, or desires they feel they can't share with their spouse. Some battle guilt and shame over their sexual struggles, leading to secrecy rather than healthy conversations. Number 4, balancing marriage, fatherhood, and personal identity. Men often wrestle with how to be a great husband and father while still maintaining their personal identity, dreams, and ambitions. So the way I interpret this is, and I want to talk about this, men go all in on responsibility. And what happens is a lot of times they neglect their own selves. And we always give women credit for that, but we don't talk about men doing that a lot either. But number 5, unspoken spiritual struggles and faith doubts. Even Christian men battle doubts about their faith, unanswered prayers, or the feeling that they're not spiritual enough to lead their family. They may not know who to talk to about their struggles with God. I had a guy in our community the other day, Jay, and he just said, He's like, my wife expects me to lead family worship, but honestly, I do not feel confident leading family worship. I don't even know where to begin. He literally said to me, what am I supposed to do? So a lot of guys feel inadequate there. So those are the top five. Top five again: emotional loneliness, silent financial pressure, fear of failure, hidden sexual temptation, and unmet needs. We need to talk about balancing marriage, fatherhood, and personal identity, unspoken spiritual struggles, and faith doubts. Can I say this real quick, Jay, before you chime in? I'm gonna say all five of those I've struggled with. So I'm just going to every last one. I struggle with, and probably still struggle with, right? But let me say this about number 4: balancing marriage, fatherhood, and personal identity. Bro, I didn't look in this camera and say this. There's a lot of men, especially them OGs from back in the day, right? But I would say us too, who suppress our dreams, suppress our goals, our aspirations. We may even work jobs we don't really even want to be at. We do stuff because it's our responsibility as men. You know, we've been trained from day one that we're providers. We got to take care of our family. We got to protect them. And a lot of brothers out there, according to this, are feeling like they don't have time for themselves, that they have neglected their dreams, their ambitions, their aspirations. And it almost sounds like, I don't know about you, but how I'll say it. Even as I'm saying that, Jason, it feels like it's wrong. It's wrong for a man to do anything but put his head down and just take care of his family and neglect himself. That seems like that's the manly thing to do. That any other option, what are you supposed to be doing? Not taking care of your family and out there chasing your dreams, but can there be a balance? You know what I'm saying? I'm taking baths now, bro. I know they sound like jokes, but because I'm an entrepreneur now, I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna move the way I was moving before I left pastoring, which I had no boundaries, no balance, always at odds with my wife about our marriage and not spending enough time with her and not being emotionally connected to her. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it different now. And now I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start doing stuff that I want to do. I'm not about to just leave that and do the same thing. But I know there's a lot of brothers out there that feel that way. I don't know which one resonates with you, but that's the one that resonates with me. But what do you think about this? Do you resonate with this at all? Do you struggle with any of this, man?
Hey, man,
you just feel like you talk about all this.
Listen, man, if you are a married man and none of these resonate with you, you're lying to yourself. Even if you are a millionaire, one of these topics really hits home with you. With me, I gotta say, the financial pressure holding down the family, man, is big with me. It's very, very, very big with me.
You feel inadequate?
Not inadequate, but I feel rightfully so. I feel like the family, like I carry this family, and I do carry this family. The family's on my back. The family's on my back, right? I carry this family. I pay these bills. I make sure things are taken care of. Now, of course, my wife helps out here and there. It's not alone, but the mass of it, I feel, is my responsibility, right? And so I feel like I can't let my family down. I feel like I can't let my family down. I don't feel that way. I won't let my family down. That's how serious it is with me. I didn't talk to some brothers, man, that fell into some hard times. Like, yeah, man, I drive Uber and work a part-time job. You know what I'm saying? And so that pressure of providing for your family is a real thing. And sometimes that pride gets tucked to the back. My pride is to the back for my family. If I got to drive Uber, if I got to work at wherever, if I got to do whatever I need to do, I'm going to take care of my family to make sure that all of their needs are met. And that's one thing I kind of hide. I do hide that financial pressure. I don't really let my wife see that too much. Of course, I'll say, hey, babe, we kind of need to chill out on the spending a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I hide that, man. Of course, openly, I share our finances together. But sometimes, man, I'm like, all right, man, like I'm counting dollars here, counting dollars there, man. And then I see a new Amazon purchase come through my phone. Like,
hey, man, just be boxes on the porch, bro.
All right. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? But 9 times out of 10, I don't say nothing. I just like, oh, all right, cool, okay. Because, I don't want her to feel that stress as well.
Were you always have you always been the breadwinner, the highest earner?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. You know, I've held my family down for, I mean, since we've been married. Even now, me taking on the responsibility of my father living with me, right? So then that's another added finance that I gotta take care of, right? So you know that burden of providing for your family
It's
financially,
real.
yeah.
Let me ask you this, Jay. Do you feel at all that do you feel at all that you are maybe suppressing or denying, your own dreams and aspirations because you just right now you're just like, this is what I got to do?
Yes and no, right? My wife has always been supportive of me DJing, doing stuff in the community. She actually bought my first turntable, and she will not, she won't let me forget that. You know,
She bought the first one.
She bought my first turntable. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So
Okay.
like, all this DJ Walk stuff, you wouldn't be DJ Walk if it wasn't for me to, saying sometimes she'll let me forget that. When I get that inflated ego, she kind of brings that right back.
She invested in you.
Yeah, she invested in me.
That's a true story with a lot of Black men, in general, that they wives. The reason why I asked you that question, Jay, because I'm just gonna be transparent with you. So, so my situation is a little different because my wife's job as a dentist, she was in a dentist for 18 years. So the thing is, what is the secret struggle? So, man, I ain't gonna lie. For a good minute, I've always felt, until recently, I should say, I've always felt historically, especially, man, inadequate because my job as a pastor, man, I just, and for the denomination I work for, there was a cap on how much money you can make. And I did feel like I was doing what I was supposed to do. So, but my wife, she's a dentist. So, off rip, she making six figures. My job did not even close in on six figures. I didn't make six figures until I started my own business. That's when I made six figures. It wasn't, pastoring a church. And man, there was so much personal frustration, inadequacies. Man, I don't know if any brothers, because a lot of brothers in that space where they were, especially if they were a Black woman, because Black women tend to earn more than Black men. And you're with these wives, and they have had to hold that thing down financially. Let me tell you one of the most humiliating moments I ever had, man. It was finally my turn to plan a vacation, and I tried to, plan a vacation. I said I was going to cover us, but I just wasn't good with money, and I had all these insecurities about the fact that my wife had more. Now, outwardly, I was very supportive of her. It wasn't put like this. It didn't bother me that she made more money than me. It bothered me that I didn't make more money than her. Does that make sense? Did you catch what I just said? So the fact that she made that money, I wanted her to make the money. We need all that. But man, I did want to be in a position of, it wasn't even power because she didn't wield like that. But I wanted her to depend on me and not feel like we was always dependent on her. So what I did was, and I think this was a good thing, I realized I'm not the financial breadwinner here for the majority of our marriage. So I got to find other ways to be a provider around here, to establish some value for myself. I feel like there's a lot of guys who, because they make the money, they take for granted maybe the other areas of provision. So I'm saying what this did for me until recently, where I started making more money, was I was like, well, I ain't really pulling the bread in there. So I got to find another way to create some value in here. Cause there's a lot of chicks out here who are saying this, Jay. They're like, yo, I got my own money. I got my own car. I got my own house. I got. Why do I need you? Now, my wife's not on that energy, but if you are a warm-blooded man and you grew up in this world, especially with a Black man, you do be like having them thoughts like, what value do I have if I ain't bringing in no bread? And then number two, if I ain't getting them draws. So man, if both of them things is not working, you start questioning, what am I here for? So thankfully, that season had to put me in a place where, Jay, I had to start saying, God, no, I'm not my job. You gotta show me what my purpose is here. Seriously.
Yeah, and I just want to say to a lot of brothers out there going through some financial issues, just because you may not be the top earner does not mean that you can't, just like Myron said, lead in other areas.
Absolutely.
Spiritual leadership is a very big thing. Okay, just don't put all your eggs in one basket. All right, you still need to lead your family. You can lead, just like I just said, you can lead in a lot of other areas, especially emotional support, spiritual support, other family support. You may not lead in the dollars, but you may be holding down the kids every day. There may be some stay-at-home dads. And I'm saying, just because you may be a stay-at-home dad, that doesn't mean that you're not the head of your household. You still need to lead in a lot of
That's
other
good,
areas.
Jay. We connect because we always connect, and shout out to his brother's a part of our community, Dr. Jason O'Rourke. He makes a comment. He says, "We value power, so money is power, and sex is connected for men as a reward for power."
Oh man, that's a good part.
That's heavy. It's true. So so what I had to do, Jay, is I had to be like, yo, what am I bringing to the table here? And so, man, you like me. I mean, you got different hours, so we taking care of the kids. I'm the guy who's cooking. I'm the guy who's making sure that the bills are paid. Somebody got to pay the bills. I mean, somebody got to provide, but somebody's got to sit there and get on the computer and make sure stuff is in order. And I'm the guy that's taking care of the kids and taking them to practice and becoming the coach and doing all that stuff. And so, I know in a way, man, that spoke to me. What about some of these other areas, man? You got another areas of secrecy. They say emotional loneliness and a lack of deep connection. I'm going to just ask you straight up because I'll tell you, have you ever felt lonely in your marriage, bro?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Every man has, especially
most men do. They feel lonely in your marriage, bro.
Because you don't want to share some of these things with your wife because you don't want to show a sign of weakness. A lot of dudes think that by sharing, like, I'm struggling here, I'm struggling there, I'm struggling there, that their wives may view them as being weak, But a lot of times
we're much quicker to take off our clothes physically than to take off of our masks emotionally.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Brothers will get nasty butt naked with them ashy feet, bro, with them freaking love handles. Like, isn't it crazy, man? When we trying to get some, all of the we have no body insecurities. I saw a study a little while back. It said that when a man looks in a mirror and he sees himself, most men are proud of what they see. It said no matter who the woman is, when she looks in the mirror, she's like, man, I need to do this, I need to do that. But man, we will get physically vulnerable with women, but man, we will not. And I even to this day, I don't know about you. Like, I'll tell, like me, my default setting, Jason, is not to tell my wife stuff. As a matter of fact, for whatever reason, it just feels fatiguing. She'll ask me a simple question like, how was your day? And I'll be like, it was good. And for whatever reason, I can talk to my boys. My boys will ask me. And put it like this. My boys won't ask me, how was your day? They never even ask that. We just talk. I just be volunteering information. Why is that? Why is that, bro? Why?
You know what? I think a lot of times it's on us, man. I think a lot of times it's on us. Sometimes our wives be wanting us to share, but we can't get over our own barriers, our own.
Are you a sharer? Is that your default setting to share? Because I'm saying my default setting is not to share. My default setting is,
Ask Juanita Walker. My default setting, I share. You're
a talker.
Listen, I let know my frustrations, my what I'm angry about.
You do. That's true. You sure do, man.
When it comes with my emotions, now, like financially, things that what I'm saying, streamline. I do kind of hide that stuff, but like with my emotions, I just hate holding stuff. If I'm
you
upset,
say you hide the money stuff. You hide the money stuff.
I hide the money stuff. But with my emotions, if I'm upset, you gonna know I'm upset. You gonna know that
That's true.
Myron, you know me.
I know it's true.
I'm like, yo,
is that? But I'm saying is that okay?
Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I let it be known.
But I'm saying, are you vulnerable though? Because yes, you can be angry. I've seen that side of Jason, but I can't say that I've seen you Well, I mean, I'm saying, are you vulnerable? That's what I'm saying. Like, do you get vulnerable? That's not really vulnerable to me. Just being mad about stuff and just sharing this frustration. But vulnerability says,
this is why.
vulnerability is like, I'm mad, but honestly, here's why I'm mad. I really
Yeah.
wish that you would pay more attention to me. Honestly, it just hurts my feelings when you don't. That's what makes me feel lonely in the marriage. Now, I don't do that. That's what I'm saying. That part right there, like I don't give none of that energy. Now you definitely talk, but do you get vulnerable? Because without vulnerability, you'll never feel the connection that you need to feel. Like I mean, we after we have sex, we have these, these hormones that are released that are bonding, like hormones make you feel close to somebody. And I ain't gonna front. It's like after sex, I'm very open to talking. I'm very open. But before that, I'm not open.
You know what? This is a men's podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
for
walking,
sure.
that's how I
That's
gotta
right.
be.
We make no
I gotta compete,
apologies. We
so
make no
I'm not gonna
apologies.
hold my tongue. It's called post nut clarity.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get it
Your
immediately.
mind is
Yes.
completely open. Everything's
Completely open, bro.
everything you can talk about the world. It's like I'm open. I can talk about anything, But as soon as you hold that, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as after that release happens, man, you can talk about anything. You talk about the world. You talk about whatever.
He called it post clarity. Post clarity.
Sorry. If you're offended, my bad.
No, that's actually that's a safe word for Facebook and Meta. They won't flag that word.
But yeah, that's what we as soon as we had that release, we just like it seems like everything is open.
Well, since you brought it up, hidden sexual temptation and unmet needs. So let me just go ahead and go here. Right? So I have not hid anything from the listeners. I've not hid anything from parishioners. I have not hid anything from social media. I've told true stories about battling pornography in my marriage, being addicted, having my daughter find stuff on my phone. So we talked a lot about that, right? But man, I want to talk about the other aspect of this because he said we talk a lot about men with sexual temptation. And honestly, all the studies and statistics show that like 70% of men struggle with this stuff. So I hope I'm not alarming anybody, but it is what it is. This is every man's battle, as the book says. But the silent struggle also can be some battle guilt and shame over their sexual struggles. But a lot of guys feel inadequate about whether they are performing well sexually with their wives. And a lot of times it's connected to, and we don't talk about this, Jay. Sometimes a lot of times it's connected to our wives' lack of desire for sex and then our perceived understanding as to why they don't desire it. And I don't know about you, but my initial thought was if she don't want sex, that means I ain't good in bed. She must not like what I'm providing because how could you not want this if it's good to you? You know what I'm saying? And they talk, I'm tired, I got a headache, I'm stressed, and all that stuff. And of course, I know more of this now because I understand how women function. But there are a lot. I mean, honestly, in my marriage, I felt inadequate sexually, bro. I was like, man, am I big enough, man? Is the emotion in the ocean? Am I?
You want to flag me, but listen to you now.
I'm kidding. Yeah. I just said big enough. You don't know what I'm talking. I could be talking about my thighs. But it's just real though. There's a lot of brothers, man, and it don't matter how many partners you had before them, and you got to please the same woman over and over again. There are a lot of brothers who are not. They're not courageous enough, right, to have these conversations and just literally ask, "Hey, am I pleasing you sexually?" Because they're afraid of what they may hear, or why don't you want me, or why what's going on with us and. I didn't have these conversations until I would say about maybe 7-8 years ago after being married for almost now 24 years. I just was too afraid to bring it up. I don't know if you want to go here, but I mean, this is where the rubber meets the road right here. Pause. Yeah, no pun intended. Yeah.
It's a very mature conversation to have. Period, point blank. You got to be very mature, man, to have that conversation with your wife. But it's a conversation that if you having barriers in the bedroom that you gotta have. Like, are you enjoying us being together? I see that you don't want to be involved right now. What's the issue? You know, you just you can't really just leave that stuff undiscussed, right?
Do I please you?
Yeah, do I please you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because a lot of times,
gotta be ready for that answer.
for 100% of men, sex for us is very physical, very physical, very physical. We are tied to that feeling. But for women, just
yes and no.
Well, yes and no. But by women, by like reading stuff, studying stuff, marriage counseling, sex for women is very much emotional and tied to emotions.
I think it's emotional for men too. The reason I know it, because if you don't get it,
you're a savage. You're a savage. Your day is ruined. Your day is ruined. Your night is
life is ruined, brother. I've had no reason to live.
Your night is ruined. You're gonna have an attitude the next day.
Yeah,
you know, like it's like that. And for all my single brothers, man, don't think, man, when you get married that like sex is gonna be like a never-ending utopia. It's that's not it.
You preaching, bro. You on some stuff today, boy. From that Kendrick Lamar till now. Tell these boys out here that
it's not that.
It ain't what they saw on Pornhub or X Video, or
but it's not because of the feeling in the sex. It's when you get married. Marriage is a business. Marriage is a business, right? So
operation, or organization.
Yeah, man. So like a lot of times, man, you know, mentally, emotionally, you may not just be up to it. Brothers,
That's
you may not be up to it. You know what I'm saying? You may have a hard day at work. You may
that happened to me recently.
Things, you know, you be like, nah, babe, I don't feel like it tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, that just happened. Yeah. My wife was mad at me, but I was tired, man. And this is what happens when you hit your 40s too, man. I promise to God, Lord knows if there's a God in heaven, and I believe there's a God in heaven. If I was 25, 30 years old, it ain't no way in the world I'm turning it down. But some shifts, you know, things happen. You know, you get a little older, you know, you need your sleep more and all that type of stuff.
My wife will call me to the carpet.
Man.
She was like, hey, man, you said you wanted to, you know, what's up? You know,
what's up?
Like,
stress. Sometimes you be stressed. Stressed, man. All right, last one. Unspoken spiritual struggles and faith doubts. Even Christian men battle doubts about their faith, unanswered prayers, or feeling that they're not spiritual enough to lead their family. They may not know who to talk to about their struggles with God, church expectations, spiritual fatigue. I don't know if that connects with you, but I can say that that is the one area I think that I would talk to I don't really keep a secret. It's how I feel about God, what's going on in God. But I can definitely see how I may be limiting that conversation. Yeah. Like, my wife literally said this to me, Jason. He was just like, so I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of how this will work. Me and my wife will be kikiing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And because I'm the pastor, and could be totally me, like she want to kiki with me about a person, but for whatever reason, I won't kiki with her or I'll start kikiing, but I'll stop because I'm like, this is wrong. I shouldn't be kikiing with her. And my wife is like, dude, we married. Let's talk about this. Why we? Right. I mean, I know what you're thinking, so go ahead and say it. I mean, what? But for whatever reason, sometimes I'll be protecting my image with my wife. Sometimes spiritually, because I don't want her to think that I'm like that, like that I get down like that. But when in actuality, and she wants to see me Holy Ghost filled, and she want to see me in the flesh.
Right.
She don't want me withholding that from her. So I'm gonna give you another example. You know, somebody will affirm me for doing something I did preaching wise, and you know, maybe I preached a good sermon and somebody's life was changed. They really affirm me, or somebody gives me some credit, or they say something, you know, that, you know, talks about, you know, something positive about me. And you know how we are as men, when people affirm us like that, you know, we get weird and we don't know how to really receive it and stuff like that. And plus, I don't want to look like I'm prideful as a pastor. I don't want to be that guy, right? So my wife she'll always do this. Oh, so and so said to you that you know, that they really feel like you're A, B, and C, or that blah 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 blah, some positive. And I'm like, you know, it's not that deep. And she'd be like, why are you trying not to blush?
Right.
Why are you trying not to
Right.
Man, it's good. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
And I'll straight lie about it and be like, it ain't that deep. When honestly, what I could say, but honestly, just that doesn't sound masculine to me. Man, you know what? It really makes me feel good when I hear other dudes, man, kind of affirm me, man. When he said it, man, I felt good about that.
Yeah,
but
you sound like the
sometimes
homie
we
Nate,
don't. That's another level of vulnerability. We don't want to get like that.
That's a
and so we keep it a secret how we feel about good things even happening to us.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
Hey, man, you're on point 100%, man. It's hard for us to be vulnerable in those areas, especially for a man in your position. You don't want to be the prideful pastor. It's like you said, you know what I'm saying? You're just like, okay, thank you, you know. Plus, even me, man, you know, my wife would be like, hey, man, you killed that set. I'd be like, it was all right. No, I want to be like, I rock us, I rock, you know, you know, you don't want to come off as being, you know, the inflated ego guy, you know what I'm saying? Right. So you want to protect that humility with your wife, you know, just to quote unquote be more spiritual or whatever, you know,
you just don't want to have that I don't know what's the word. It's just when you was a little boy and your dad walk up to you and he pat you on the back and say good job, and you just make me like, man, you get a little bouncy. We don't want to show that. We don't want to show that we felt good about that because we don't want to be vulnerable, man.
We don't want to be vulnerable. We want to remain strong all the time, you know. But to my brothers out there, man, you know, a healthy marriage is a marriage that you can be vulnerable in, a marriage that you can share in.
Man, go ahead.
A lot of times, it'd be our own barriers.
It'd be our own barriers. That's true.
It'd be our own barriers. We don't want to share because we don't want to look A, B, and C.
Yeah,
it'd be our own barriers, man. That's why my single brothers out there. That's why marriage counseling and knowing who you're marrying is a big deal. It's a big deal. You gotta be with somebody, as the Bible says, equally yoked. You got to be with somebody that is going to lift you up when you're down and not judge you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody there that's going to talk to you and help you through the rough times. If you're having a financial problem, they're not going to call you a broke boy and you just broke. You need to go out there and do what you need to do. Somebody's going to lift you up. That's why being with somebody that supports you, that you can have the tough talks with, is very important. And on the flip side of that, being with somebody that's not just going to appease your feelings. Y'all got to hold each other
challenge you.
It's
call
gonna
you out. Yeah, check you.
It's going to call you out.
Yeah.
You know, I've been called out by my wife. Hey, you know,
I stay getting called out.
I see you spending, bro. Is you saving? You know what I'm saying? So you got to be with somebody that's going to lift you up and somebody that's going to challenge you. That's how you find a good mate. Not somebody that's just going to smooth you over and appease you to make you feel good. Because as a man, just making you feel good is not going to make you a better dude. You got to be challenged.
Yo, so I just decided to switch to this segment, which is the faith and family recommendation segment, because Jay already went there and he made a strong recommendation for premarital counseling. Let me add something to that. I feel like premarital counseling, if you can do it though, do pre-engagement, meaning before you even decide you're gonna get married, sit down with somebody that can kind of walk you through all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, this is really what everybody wants. They want to be with somebody that they're fully known and fully loved. That's what they want. You know everything about me, but I feel completely safe being myself. And honestly, it takes years to get to that place. Nobody just starts off completely, as Adam and Eve, like naked and unashamed. Most of us carry a lot of shame, and it takes years for them layers to be pulled back. So I agree with Jay. I'm gonna double click what he's saying. This is the faith and family recommendation that we're making to you today. Man, get you some don't just marry that woman. And if you're already married, man, go and see somebody, man. Talk to some folks and get your own personal stuff, man. Be a healer, man, and get healed. Good stuff, Jay. All right, we got some questions today. We got ask the host questions. We got some folks asking us some rapid fire questions. Jay, you ready for this, man?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
This is your music right here. I'm gonna make this your
official turn that music off. Turn that. You got ready to suck your job, like.
This is Jay's host segment.
Turn that music off.
Ready for this?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Coming us right now. we got Marcus from Charlotte.
All right.
Marcus from Charlotte. He says, what's one mistake you made as a younger man that you wish you could go back and fix? Ooh, that's good. One mistake you made as a younger man that you could go back and fix. Well, it's financial. Definitely financial. I say if I had to go back all over again, I would have fixed the fact that I didn't get any financial literacy, and I would have been more intentional about understanding money and how money works. For sure, 100%. It's an easy answer. How about you?
Double, triple, quadruple down on that. You know,
we good on that.
And even now, because I kind of felt like I kind of missed that step. Like with my son, like I'm heavy into teaching him, even at the age of 4. I'm just like, bro, this is money, you save it. So, you know, definitely doubling down on financial literacy for sure.
Thank you, Marcus from Charlotte, for your question. All right, we got Chris from Miami. What's one thing about being a man you had to unlearn? It was probably what we just talked about, and that is that manhood is not always having to be strong, that my woman actually respects me more when I'm vulnerable. So yeah, that's my answer, Chris.
Man, we're on the same wavelength, man. It's crazy. But yeah, understanding that it's okay to talk about your emotions and feelings and being vulnerable, you know. I see a counselor, you know, I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, I'm my own counselor. And I talk to my wife a lot, you know, and just being able to just unlearn that manhood is just this set image, you know. You keep your head down, you work. No, man, you got to be vulnerable. You got to show those emotions.
Good stuff. All right. Thanks, Chris from Miami. Make sure you at the conference, bro. Brian from Dallas. What's the dumbest financial decision you've ever made? Oh, I can tell you that right now. There's 2 of them, but nah. There's just I would say buying a BMW. That's the first thing I did. I didn't buy a house. I bought a BMW. I had a $700 car note, and this was back. This was back in the early 2000s. Stupid. I got convinced by a family member that I needed to drive this car. I got that. But no, the worst financial decision I ever made was selling my house in Nashville. I should not have sold that house. I should have held that house. I should have rented that house out, because the way that the market boomed in Nashville, it says dumbest. It wasn't dumb, but I just didn't know no better. And I wish I would have held on to that house in Nashville and not bought that car. Both of them things happened in Nashville, bro. How about you?
Paying an astronomical amount of rent. Being that, you know, I could have went through the steps to buy my own home. You know, me and my wife was paying a crazy amount of rent, and just one day, man, she was like, dude, you're paying as much in rent as you could pay on your mortgage, bro. We should get a house, bro. So, you know,
probably more. You pay more for rent.
Yeah, I actually paid a lot more. And so I did my education on it, did some research, went to a first home buyer's class, I'm not ashamed to say it, I got a 1% interest rate on my house. You know what I'm saying? So it paid off great, you know. So just having that knowledge of credit and things, and streamline with that, and just buying a house, not paying a whole bunch of money for rent.
Let's go to Corey. All right, Corey from Atlanta. Corey from Atlanta is asking, how do you stay consistent with good habits when life gets crazy? So the big thing for me is systems. I try to put the most important areas of my life. Systems are combined of 2 things. That's a vision for your life and habits. And you're saying, how do you remain consistent? I have a 2-day rule. I have this rule that says I will never miss the most important things in my life 2 days in a row.
Right.
It will have to take some kind of, abnormal, variation in my schedule for me to miss the following: something important in my spiritual life, some with my health, my integrity, my personal goals, my family, and connecting with community. So I'd say the 2-day rule is the thing that I hold myself to. Never miss twice. Unless you might catch me slipping today, but you're not gonna catch me slipping tomorrow. Because a lot of times what happens, we get in a rut and we just stay there, and then your habit is inconsistency instead of being consistent. If you just say, I'll never miss twice, guess what? that you always be consistent. How about you, Jay?
Hey, man, this right here. This phone. Put alerts in. I got an app called the Habit Tracker. Use your phone, man, for more than Instagram and Facebook and social media. You know, I got a habit tracker. I set alerts. I set times for stuff, you know, alarms. Hey, like my stuff is always ringing. Hey, man, you need to do this, or, you know, like meetings or workout routines. It's all scheduled in my phone, man. I live and die by this thing, you know.
That's a system right there. That man, that's how you know that man has been in the winning circle, brother. That man put the most important things of his life on his calendar. I find it amazing that a lot of guys go to work and their work life is so meticulous, so strategic, systematized. They just a different dude at work. Right. And then when they come home, bro, they just
let it just all go to ride.
Nothing, bro. You can't. And real talk, man. Once your kids get, you know, old enough to be involved in activities and stuff like that, bro, you better have you a schedule, bro. I mean, like, because you're gonna be on the go, like just moving. All right, we're going. Our shift happens. What I gotta think about this, man. I must admit I came unprepared for this one right here. Shift happens, man. Anything happened to you today, bro, or this week that was kind of funny that okay, I know what it is. All right, so so man, I have the dogs with me throughout the day because I work from home. So I got, you know, we got a French bulldog and we got a Shih Tzu Maltese. Anyway, so Bronny and Dallas. Dallas is the French bulldog, and if you know anything about French bulldogs, they are stubborn. Well, anyway, he was box trained, potty trained, doing well, and when I will just say this, my wife accuses me that I'm very loose with them when I'm at home. But man, I be busy working. I don't always have time to be watching their every move. My wife, on the other hand, she be mad vigilant every time. What's he doing? What's he doing? You're like, you know, she always wondering if they're going to, you know, have an accident in the house. Well, I told her I never have accidents. That's what I told her. I said, accidents never. This is literally a shift happens thing without the F. I was like, yo, I never have these issues. And then she came to me and she was like, come here, I want to show you something. Bro, she took me into the dining room and there was some dry poop. I mean, the poop must have been 2 days old in there, bro. And she was like, bro, don't just stop it, man. You not vigilant. You don't be on your game. You be talking like you are, but you're not. You be letting these dogs run around while you be in there on that computer on your podcast and stuff. So just want you to know, Dallas is locked up right now, and Bronny is too. And that's the shift happens moments for me because I was a little prideful, but I had to confess that I do not be watching them dogs the way I should. And I hate that she was right. Gosh, I hate it.
Man, shift happens. Man, crazy. I fell, man. I fell. I slipped on some ice, man. Cleveland, man, up here, it's ice everywhere, man. So like I'm jogging to the car real quick, got a little bounce on, and I hit a whoopsie daisy, like one of those like cartoon, like whoop, 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 whoop.
All fours in the air.
Man, I like straight up fell, bro. You know, I'm a little older now, so like I'm like, woo, that.
Hey, so let me ask you: when you fell, did you? What's the first thing you did when you fell?
And I fell in front of some people too, bro.
Oh, so you didn't have to look around to see if anybody was looking, huh?
And look, you all know the funniest part about it. You know, like how when you fall and you try to get up like real quick, like
yeah.
So I tried to get up real quick. I kind of slipped again.
Bro, that man took a double L. It reminds me of them guys in football when they get they take like a massive hit and then they try to bounce up, but they really concussed and they be walking in the wrong direction.
Dude, man, I'm like, what? I fell. I'm not injured, by the way. Thank you for being concerned if I'm injured, but I did not.
Nobody, I didn't even. You don't look like you injured, man. You good, bro.
But
shift happens, man.
I did take a whoopsie daisy. It's crazy.
Hey man, shift happens, man. Sometimes you know it is what it is, man.
Man, real quick.
We fall down, but we get up, brother.
Hey, last 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes ago, got a very special guest came in my house. Very special guest.
Okay.
Very special guest. Hold on. Come on. Very special guest came in.
Okay. Who's this?
Hi, Dad.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, almost got a little emotional for a second there, man. Hi, Taylor. What are you doing? Are you getting ready to go to New York?
Yeah.
You're on my podcast right now. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter is on the podcast. Taylor Edmonds is on the Get Your Shift Together Men's podcast. Let's give her a round of applause. Everybody. Come on. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. No, hold on. I got you, Taylor. Listen, here we go. Yeah.
You're bad, Taylor. The sound effects are wrong.
That's my daughter, y'all. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. So you're going to New York. Tell me about this trip. And you're going to have a good time, I'm sure. And you're going to be safe, I'm sure. And you're going to be watching your 6 and your 12 and make sure that you're good. You're going to be vigilant for pickpocketers and muggers, aren't you?
I don't think I'll be in those type of establishments.
It's New York. You're going to Manhattan.
Okay.
I want your location. Is your location going to be on?
Yes,
I want to make sure.
Be on.
Okay, let me check and see.
Check and see where she at right now.
Okay. Let me see. That's what I'll know if she's. I got you. Her location. I see she's in Cleveland Heights. We're good to go. Hair's looking nice. Okay, let me see the fit. What we got on today, Miss Fashionista?
Free pants and my Rick Owens.
Okay, Rick Owens. All right. Fit check is. How about Jason? What's his fit look like?
Don't tell what I got.
Half and half.
Half and half. Yeah. He got the polo hoodie on though. I peeped that.
Yeah, he looks all right.
So I won't see you when I get there tomorrow, huh?
No, my flight leaves at 6:15.
In the morning? Mm-hmm. Oh, I get in at like 8 something. All right. Well, it's good to see you.
Love you too. Podcast share. You got my podcast.
Bye, podcast.
Oh man, look at that. Do you think they all they do is steal in New York?
Hey, so as you can see,
it's true though, man. And I'm actually from up in Jersey, man. So I know better than that, man. But it's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Viz by Mario. It's my daughter, man. So you know how it is, man. I'm thinking about, our safety,
as you can see,
man.
Me and my boy M.E., man, we really family. We really locked in. This is my brother.
Yeah, we family, bro. We family. All right.
We Archer family, bro.
Listen, hey, here's the call to action for this podcast today. Listen, guys, I run a free webinar every Wednesday. Well, not every Wednesday. Is it every Wednesday? No, this Wednesday. Okay, this Wednesday, I'm running a free webinar, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The webinar is the Men's Breakthrough Success System. Bro, if you need a system to help you experience breakthrough, bro, if you're frustrated, man, with your life, maybe got secret struggles that we talked about today, maybe you just can't get out of your own way, or maybe you just that dude, man, like life is good, but man, I want to go to the next level as a man, and you want to win in what matters, and you need to sign up for this webinar right now. Go to the website. It's completely free. www. Make sure you put the www in there. www.menswinningcircle.com/breakthrough. menswinningsircle.com/breakthrough. Make sure you have the www on there. And listen, man, we're going to spend about 90 minutes to 2 hours together. I'm going to be giving you game really on how to win in the most important areas of your life. 3 proven strategies to end the struggle. Most of the guys that come through here, man, they end up getting wins in every area of life. He got his shades back on. Look, and so let me tell you why they get wins, because a lot of you all chase the bag, and that's all you got. Some of y'all so broke, all you got is money. Oh, what if you could have it all? God wants you to have it all, and I want you to win in every area of your life. Listen, if you're struggling privately, especially, you need to go to the website right now, www.menswinningsircle.com/breakthrough. Spend some time with me for 2 hours. I'm going to pour into you. We have some great conversation. But more importantly, I'm going to get you over. I'm going to push you over. I'm going to push you over. You're going to break that glass ceiling. Listen, you're going to finally feel fulfilled, finally start having that thing click, boy. It's going to start clicking. Get to the website right now. Men's Breakthrough Success System webinar, free webinar this Wednesday. Website is www.menswinningsircle.com/breakthrough. Jay, man, great show today, bro. As always, man. Listen, man, that's how what we do, bro. But when you put them shades back on, you be on some trash. Straight up trash. when I see you with the shades on,
Yeah,
because
you
you dropped
already
some
know.
jewels. You dropped some jewels today, bro. Straight jewels. And then, man, them shades come on now.
Yeah, you know I be on the trash. Listen, brothers, just to wrap this up. Hey, get you a therapist, man. If you need one, make sure you talk to somebody. Don't hold things inside, man. You don't get better that way. All it does is fester.
Bro, how you gonna mess up my call to action? They don't need to go to therapy.
They need to come Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
Come to this, and
yeah,
then I will get you right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get you right. See, I told you when you put them glasses on, he just be all over the place. We out of here.
Basically, what
man.
I mean is get in the winner's circle somewhere. Man.
That's his music. This is theme music. All right, y'all. We out of here. Much love. See y'all next Thursday. Peace.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. For more information, please visit our website, menswinningscircle.com. That is, menswinningscircle.com. Let's win in the things that matter.